Namaste. It's AnnRaNae, your golden goddess Aromatherapy Oracle. And I'm here with this week's edition of How to Navigate Your Week with the Wisdom of Avalon cards for March 27th through April 2nd, 2024. I am a master aromatherapy alchemist, and I've created over 300 essential oil blends. So since we are not in person, I cannot give you these blends directly. So the masters have shown me how to project them energetically, like Reiki, to help you make a shift with each card and with each understanding that comes through the cards. So when I am about to make the transmission, I will ask you to close your eyes and just prepare to receive it into the physical body, the mental, the emotional, and memory bodies, so that you can receive an energetic shift that brings you into alignment with the message of the card. So the best way to receive this is to stop multitasking and be fully present for the short amount of time that this video runs. Okay? So we have just had a full moon eclipse in Libra on March 25th, and it came in at 5 degrees, 7 minutes of Libra. So the moon was at 5 degrees, 7 minutes of Libra. The sun was at 5 degrees, 7 minutes of Aries. So Libra brings in themes of relationships and partnerships, of harmony, of balance, of fairness, of justice. And Aries is all about the individual. I am, who I am, what's important to me, how I am aligned, my human body with my higher presence. So what is being asked to come into alignment with this eclipse is the balance between me and my relationships. How are they working? Is it fair? Is my partnership balanced between me and my needs and my connecting to the other and meeting their needs? What needs to be shifted with this? So eclipses create a theme for the next 6 months. So this reading is actually valid for the next 6 months. And March is a number 11 universal month. 11 is the code for the ascension. So between the two ones is the middle way. And this is what we're being asked to step into with this reading and with this eclipse. So the first card is perception. And perception is the understanding that nothing is ever black, nothing is ever totally white. It's some kind of shade of gray in between it, depending upon how we see it, what lens we're looking through it. So if you're looking through it as everything that happens in my life is there to support me in some way. Life is not happening to me, it's happening for me. If we're looking through it at that lens, then we receive everything that comes into our life as some kind of a gift. Even if we don't understand it at the moment, we receive it as the visitor. And we go, I wonder how this is serving me. So this is perception, right? So in order to perceive something in a neutral, we have to move out of our judgment of it, right? As it being good or as it being bad, we have to move into that neutral position to receive it and to receive the gift as that visitor that has come knocking on our door. So I'm going to give you the blend Total Acceptance, Freedom through Non-Attachment and Non-Judgment, because when we can receive whatever comes into our life as a blessing, then it will unfold as the blessing. It's either if it's intense, it's going to make us stronger, and if it feels good and beneficial, it's just going to make us blossom. So the blend is Total Acceptance, Freedom through Non-Attachment and Non-Judgment. Close your eyes, get ready to receive it. I'm projecting it now. Breathe it in, hold it, and just take it into the physical, the mental, the emotional, and memory bodies. And then just blow that energy out into your own energy field, the sphere around you. So the second card is the frog, and the frog came in the same position in last week's reading. So what this is telling us is that it's time to let go, right? The frog is highly transformational card. On the card, it says letting go and cleaning house. Letting go of baggage and cleaning house. So the amazing thing about the frog is it goes through many evolutionary steps from being the egg, then it has to grow those fins and that tail, and then a little bit later it has to just totally be non-attached to that fin and to that tail as it grows into the frog. So this is what we're being asked to do, is to go forward in the steps of our mastery, but being willing to let go of relationships, of situations, of jobs, of locations, as we need to in order to move forward to our next step of our own evolution. And when we get to the frog stage, we are now multidimensional. We can breathe in the water and we can survive on the land. So this is what we're being called to do with this frog. And with that full moon, we're being asked to let go of limiting beliefs, of situations in our lives, of ways of behaving that are no longer serving us, so that we can move forward in the next step of our own evolution. So the blend for this frog is letting go with grace and ease. So it's about letting go of whatever has served its purpose in our life, dropping the tail, dropping the fin, not being attached to the things that have really, their time's up in our life and we need to let go so that we can go on. So letting go with grace and ease is the blend. Receive it now. Close your eyes. I'm projecting it now. Breathe it in and hold it. And letting go is a lot about letting go of fear of the unknown. So just what are you being asked to let go of in terms of fear in your life? Are you staying in a relationship because it's known, even though it's no longer serving you? Are you staying in that job because it feels like security, even though you hate the job? So just let yourself look at what it is that you're holding on to out of fear that really you need to let go. Your soul is asking you to move on from. The next card is the owl. And the owl says on it, deception and wisdom. So the owl can turn its head 360 degrees. It has very keen eyesight and very keen ears. So it really knows what's going on. So the owl comes in to help us use discernment when we're making choices in our life, to see what is really positive and supporting us and what it is that we need to let go of. So the blend for that is Sword of Excalibur, Upward and Onward. So the Sword of Excalibur comes from the King Arthur legends, and it cuts asunder the real from the unreal. So we want to really be able to discern exactly that. What is serving us in our life still, and what do we need to let go of? Okay, so close your eyes. The blend is Sword of Excalibur, Upward and Onward, because when we let go of whatever it is that doesn't serve us, we have more room to move forward in our soul's evolution. Here it goes. Receive it now. Breathe it in and take it into the physical, the mental, the emotional, and memory bodies. What situation in your life is coming up right now that you need more clarity on? You need to be able to discern right action. Okay. So the next card is the novice card. And the novice, you can see that she's got the tree of life behind her, her own tree of life. She is moving forward. She's taking the next step. The look on her face is, I don't know how this all turns out. I don't know how it turns out at all, but I'm willing to take the next step. So this is what we're being asked to, is to free ourselves to move forward in our life, even though we don't know how it all turns out. We are making the commitment to letting go of the branches on the side of our own river so we can move forward in the current of the river of our own life. So the blend for this is helping you to step into your real power. And the blend is stepping with conviction of one's true power. So she isn't convinced yet that she's actually in her power, but she's willing to take the next step. And she can't see what happened beyond on the path. The path we don't see ahead of her. We just see the next step. So this is how it is with life. We have to make our decision, even though we don't know how it turns out in the end, but make it with conviction of moving forward. So close your eyes. The blend is stepping with conviction of one's true power. I'm projecting it now. Receive it and breathe it in. Bring it into the physical, the mental, the emotional, and memory bodies. And when you're ready, just release it. So the last card is the water fairy, and the water fairy is about our feelings and our emotions. So this ties in with that first card of perception. How we perceive something is the mental aspect that then brings forth the emotion behind it. So if you're perceiving that something is actually going to be good for you and is supporting you, then you have a total different reaction than if you perceive it as being harmful and you go into fear. So this is the mastery that we're being asked to master now with this reading, is to master our emotions through the mental body of where we allow our thoughts to go. So the blend for this is called equipoise. Equipoise is the center point, coming back into center, to the balance point. Okay, close your eyes. It's equipoise. Receive it now. Let it land. What are you being asked to bring into balance in your life, in your relationships? Where are you out of harmony? Releasing it. So we'll just review what we just covered. Perception is the theme card. The frog is the action card. Moving forward in your own evolution, letting go of the things that you don't need anymore. The owl comes in to help you discern whether you need to let it go or keep it at the moment. The novice comes in for that strength and courage to take your next step, knowing that you do have power within you and taking that next step, believing in your own power. And the water fairy comes in to just encourage you to gain mastery over your emotions through the key point of where you're letting your thoughts go. So thank you for being with me. If it's helpful, please join my channel and hit the like button. I will see you next week. Have a successful, harmonious week of cleaning house and letting go of emotions and ways of behaving that no longer serve you. Namaste.